Hello, 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 and welcome to another RTAppetizer. Today we are facing Diggory in the Draconis Guild in Europe. They went for LRK, Knackle, Aravi, Rowana, and Aiden. I went for Yolha, Hand Guy, LCB, that is her name. Balana, she is completely different from LHC. Flitica and Arya. They ban out Flitica. I ban out Rowana. Let's see how things go. If I can remember how to actually do this. I almost hit the end record button because I'm smart and intelligent and smart. So Hand Guy is going to go first. I am going to... I don't know why they cried. I guess because their LRK wasn't fast enough? I don't know. I'm going to S2 the LRK just to get a barrier up to eat most of this. Because I'd rather my units be nice and fresh and healthy for the beginning of this. Because that is the most important thing. They are going to S3 into the LCB, but they don't have attack buff and I have mitigation, so it does a lot, actually, though. I do have one option here. And that option will be hitting Aiden to get her to counter. To get my LCB to counter so that I can gain back some HP with her. That does put me slightly above half at the cost of some of my other units' HP, which is fine, I guess. But everyone else is looking a little bit low. I don't have any traditional healers, so they're just going to S3 into the Arya. Doesn't do that much, but enough to be worrying. So I'm going to S2 here. Landy can go in. She does a good amount of damage, but I do counter, and I hit the Aiden, which gains back a good amount of life. And now LCB is in... stealth and is just kind of countering everything. Aiden has passed, which is hilarious to me. And now Balana is free to do whatever she wants at whomever she wants, so I'm going to go into Landy. LRK can only go into Arya here, and I know that he cannot kill her, so he calls in Aravi to do it for him. That really set things back for me because if you slow down the footage, the LRK did not kill the Arya, which means she would have countered, and then she would have gotten her S2, and she would have healed up just so much. But instead, she's dead. They are going to S1 into the Yolha to try and injury her down, but I'm still hurt enough that I can just eat this Landy with no issue whatsoever. And now we have an almost full HP Yolha, a Hand Guy, and a stealth attacked buff, vigor buffed LCB. So I'm going to start working in on their tank. I already know he has his S3, so there's no reason not to. Plus, him doing this will get another counter from LCB, or at least put her closer to another counter. Yolha can't really do anything with her so I am just going to S1 into the LRK because I don't want to push up the Aravi. Again, gonna go into the LRK. I was counting and looking at the bar to see how close he was, so I knew that I could go into these two and not get him his horseback. And now LCB has a counter ready, which will kill the LRK. So, we are slowly working back from our Arya that should still have been alive. But that was like 20 turns ago, so whatever. I am just going to S2 here, or S3, give attack buff to my LCB. And now Yolha gets to do her job of stun locking this Aravi into oblivion. So I have a Soul Burn attack buffed S3, I think at max stacks with LCB. So she is going to do almost 20,000 HP worth of damage to this Aravi, which is great. Going to put up Barrier. The Aravi does finally show that she's counter. And I am once again going to redirect Provoke. It wouldn't have mattered if I hit or did not hit the redirected Provoke, because my LCB would have gone before and done 12k and killed it anyway. But it was for extra precaution, because I would have had a small heart attack if I did not Provoke. But yeah, that's game one. I pulled it out even when the game tried to say stop. I still pulled it through, which, God, I hate luck. And here we have a fight against Matteo, where they go Knuckle, LHC, Pirate Captain Flan, Karina, and Solitaria. I go for LRK, Rowana, LCB, Flitica, and Aria. I ban out the Solitaria. They ban out the Rowana. Let's jump into it, see how things go. So Flitica will absolutely be going first here, unless it was a completely degenerate Pirate Captain Flan, which I sincerely doubt it, but it's happened. I've lost to 295 Pirate Flans before. I'm just going to reset the Karina and S3 into everybody. I do get a counterattack, which breaks my skill null, which is not great. Karina is going to be pushed up. They're going to break the skill null on the Aria, which is fine by me. I have immunity, so I'm not very scared of the Pirate Captain Flan. She can try to steal something from me, but more likely than not, she'd fail. I don't know how Pirate Captain Flan's, like, debuff orientation, like what she takes and in what order works necessarily, because sometimes it seems like it's random. But either way, they're going to go into Pirate Captain Flan. They steal the defense buff of all things. I don't know how that works, but I do counter, which procs the LHC, but Flitica's very good with Aria, because it gives her a free hit, and it gives everybody in stealth a free hit. So I am going to, again, counter, because it did hit my Aria, and then do the S2, which is going to push everybody back, and my LCB is also going to counter, so Lionheart is dead, and we never heard from her ever again. So I'm going to go ahead and blind the Landy, as well as Defense Break, which works for me. They go into Aria to just end their suffering, and that is the game. Yeah, Aria with Flitica is very strong. I've been forcing it a lot, I guess you could say. I force a lot of things. I'm still maintaining around the same point amount. But, yeah, but hey, one more. And we have another fight against someone in the Korea server. They go for, surprisingly, Knuckle, Arwell, Lethe, DN, and Pyra. I go for LRK, Rowana, LCB, Flitica, and Aria. Once again, this person bans out the Rowana, which is fine. My main goal in these fights has been to try and get Flitica Aria through, because people underestimate it. I banned out Pyra because no. So let's see how this one turned out. So Flitica is going to go first. I want to get rid of the crit resist on everybody. So going to go ahead, do that real quick. Flitica is very good at removing that. So it's like it never happened, except I wasted a skill. I am also going to reset this Arwell because I do not want her S3ing and stripping my Aria. So, LRK. I almost said hand guy. LRK, gonna S3 into everybody, do a good chunk to everybody, though not as much as I would have thought. Landy is going to do Landy things, which just gives me a barrier, which is perfectly fine. I'm just gonna S1 into the Arwell. DN can do whatever she wants. I really don't care. She is going to choose to put the attack buff on everybody. Arya is going to do her thing, get into her counter-attacking stance. And Lethe can go, but Lethe only reduces cool buffs by 1 turn. So nothing scary there. Also, I do get a defense break with the Arya S1. Thank you, Scroll of Shadows. You are the best. And LCB also counters, which is just, you love to see it. Arya is going to go ahead and do this, so all of those omens were completely useless. And good thing I reset the Arwell because she strips the counterattack buff anyway. But that's fine because their only threat left is... I almost said Ravi. Knackle. I do get a dual attack with Flitica. It does almost nothing. Arwell's still just going to be a general nuisance. I resist that one because that one was unimportant. But LCB does have her S3 available, so I'm going to Soul Burn it, kill the Knuckle, and that is the game. So, this was the last one, right? So last but not least, surprise 4th fight we have against Bison in the Moon VN guild in Asia. They go for Arwell, Handguy, Carrick, not Carrick, no, Carrick's the one above, Kawazu, Ricardo, etc. Ravi and LCB. I go for LRK, Sharoon, Landy, Flitica, and Arya. They ban out the Flitica, which is... And I ban out the LCB because I have almost exclusively AoEs on my team. So that's a no-go. So my LRK is surprisingly going to go first, which I didn't really expect. I am going to S3 here. It does give Mr. Man his flame skills, but he has a choice. He can either go into Knackle, get rid of her early, or they can go into Arya, get rid of her early. Either way, I'm just giving them a choice. They decide to go for my Knackle, but my Knackle is bulky and lives that. I don't remember if the Aravi S3s. I think they just S1. We'll find out. Aravi just gonna S1 crits because, of course. I'm going to reset the Carrick so he cannot put attack buff on anybody. And now this is the defining moment of the match. Do I resist? I do. And that's great. That is so good for me. Because Arya absolutely has solo potential with teams like this. So, they're just going to S1 into the Arya, which is fine by me. I am going to put up my dukes, I guess you could say. My Daisy Dukes, because she's not wearing any pants. They're going to S2, try and get a counter out of the... Or try to strip. No dice. He's going to go in. Again, no dice. I am going to counter S3. And everything is going fantastic. It does proc Kawazu again, but that's fine. I don't think he has his S3 available at the moment. I'm just going to S1 into the Arwell. She wasn't able to stun my... okay, we lost. So that was fun. It was a great game. Very difficult. Enjoyed all of it. But yeah. And then now my Sharoon is above my... Also, they crit through anti-crit. My Sharoon is above the Handguy. But Warhorn continues to know exactly when to Warhorn. So that's not great for me. They S1. I double resist. I thought it ignored effect resistance, but that's fine. And because of the Warhorn knowing exactly when to Warhorn, I now have pretty much absolutely nothing I can do against this team. So right now, I'm just trying to spite kill the Arwell for ruining my day. Also, she does not strip anything that attempt, which shows me that it was probably 15%. Because when something happens 3 times and 2 times you resist and 1 time you don't, probably 15%. So I just wanted to confirm that. And boy, was it confirmed. They're just going to go into Shroon because I am a stubborn piece of garbage. And now my Arya gets immunity, but Mr. Man is going to be Mr. Angry again. And he is going to break through the immunity and destroy my Arya. And that's it. That's the game. Unfortunate, but I had a lot of fun with Arya today, so that's fine, I guess. But thank you for watching this video. Good game, Ryzim, as well. Good game to everybody that I fought in this. My voice cracks because I'm a child. That I fought in this episode. If you liked this video, go ahead, hit the like button, subscribe, leave a comment down below. Appease the YouTube algorithm. Do it. It's taking over the world. If you did not like the video, then you probably like the Ricardo flick, which is he's an attractive guy. And if you felt incredibly ambivalent about the entire thing, I have nothing left to tell you, young Padawan.